Hello YouTube, it is Lucas here with a video review of Buzz Lightyear. Now this is the Toy Story Collection Deluxe Film Replica version, so it's got all the nooks and crannies that the $35 and $25 versions don't have, so this is the whole shebang deluxe version. Now, they did a lot of things rather than just with the toy to make it so great, and the first thing I did was the box. I mean, the box is phenomenal, which I will show you. Will you recognize this? Yeah, well, you should, because this is the full spaceship packaging that Buzz came in the original Toy Story, recreated into this beautiful version you can actually buy. So, as you can see, the entire thing looks just like in the movie. And I know a lot of reviewers are talking about how in their boxes it's damaged up here. Mine really isn't whatsoever. It's in really, really nice condition. So don't purchase this online because you're not going to know what you'll be getting when it ships to you. So my recommendation is find a store that still sells the Toy Story Collection versions because these were limited time only. And Toys R Us told me that they're discontinued, but you can still find them at other retailers that aren't big on toys. You can find these collection versions at Target, like where I bought mine. I know as terrible of a company as Kmart is, and they sell broken things out of boxes, like my Buzz that was broken and my Xbox that was broken out of the box from Kmart. They still sell the Woody and Buzz. I can't find the Woody collection version anywhere because from what I've observed, the Woody's a lot more popular than the Buzz is. I don't know why, but it is. Well, actually, I do know why, because Woody's my favorite character. I like Woody a lot more than Buzz, which is kind of depressing for me because I own the $35 cheaper version of Woody. I don't have the collection version of Woody, but trust me, I do plan on, as much as I hate Kmart, I'm going to take my chances and buy the collection version of Woody from them. Anyway, the box is brilliant. It looks phenomenal. There's even these little things here where you can put the wings in like it had in the movie. But I didn't put those in because I didn't want to damage my box at all. I want to keep it in pure collector's niceness. This whole thing from the movie, if you want to read this, go watch another review or go watch the movie. And yeah, so this is great. I will tell you this though. He is packed in there so good. I mean, it's so good to the point where it's the average consumer is going to spend 20 minutes trying to get him out of the box. It took me like 15 minutes just to get him out of the box. It was a real project, and you can do it without damaging the cockpit recreation in there. It's hard, but you can do it because I did it. And if that wasn't enough, they went a couple further steps. Certificate of authenticity. So you know that you're playing with the real Buzz Lightyear, not some counterfeit Chinese knockoff. Right? I'm not going to read that to you because every other reviewer does, and I'm not going to bother wasting my time. But it's got a nice little picture of Woody saying, "Hey, howdy, hey." It also comes with this. This is the wings you put in the side of the box. Gives you instructions right there on how to put them in. I'm not going to bother putting them in because I don't want to ruin the box like I said earlier. Comes with instructions on Buzz and how to play with him, which I can't imagine why someone wouldn't know that. But that's everything the box comes with. But you're here to see Buzz in all his gloriness. Now, like I said earlier, I do like Woody more than Buzz, so there might be a little bit biases here, but it's not like I like him a whole ton more, but I just like Woody more. Anyway, there's Buzz Lightyear. I mean, look at this guy. It looks like he just walked straight out of the movie. I mean, right when the Blu-rays come out, it'll look even better. I mean, come on, look at this. So I'll start from the top and go down to the bottom. As you can see, Buzz is a full retractable helmet. Only halfway though. In the movie it goes completely down, but I really don't see how they'd be able to do that. Also in the movie you press these purple buttons and the helmet retracts, but I can't see how they would do that either. His head is posable. It's on a motor though, so I know some kid in his review said don't move it too much because you might break it, but I've moved it just fine. And I have had no problems with the motor at all. It just can't rotate 360, but honestly, why do you want its head to go backwards? I mean, who cares? Got the nice sticker for Space Ranger. I'm going to shine the light over here a little bit more. Oh, that's a little bit better. The Lightyear sticker. SR for Space Ranger sticker right there. And you get the laser sticker. And inside his locking wrist communicator is another sticker. And as far as stickers go, that's really about it. I wish they were painted on there rather than stickers, so that way they couldn't peel off with time. But, I mean, I guess they couldn't go the extra mile. So, going down here, he's got a full rubber gut. I mean, look at this. It can move so many directions. The articulation for this guy is the reason why it's worth the $15 extra to get the collector's version. Watch this. It moves this way, moves side to side, moves every direction possible, moves just fine. His arms will rotate 360, so that's pretty good. There's also a little ball joint here, so it can move in and out. And it also moves 360. Well, it actually doesn't move 360, it moves 180, but it can still turn in and out, which is a really good feature. The wrists are fully rotatable, 360, with individual finger movement and articulation, so that's always really nice. Does the same thing on the other hand, or the other arm, and he's got the laser on that hand. If you go down here, his legs go in and out, up and down, and this is great. Look at this. Yeah, look at all that articulation you get in there. And it also moves 360. Look at that. So it moves 360. His feet also move on a ratchety joint. So yeah, and they can even move side to side too. So I mean, there's so much articulation with this guy. Same on the other leg too. So you can get him in every conceivable pose possible. And although he is top heavy because of his backpack and his wings, he does stand up really well for what it is. He's also got the retractable helmet, which I showed you earlier. His wings go in, of course. And as far as articulation back here goes, I mean, there's not really anything in the back. Whether it's this little jetpack where his wings go. So, let's listen to the voice acting of the toy. And I'm going to put my mic up here so you can hear Buzz. This happens to be this red button right here in the demo mode and in the interactive mode is one of my favorites because it's got the sound effect that was in the original Toy Story, which wasn't in any other toy, but here it is.
I am Buzz Lightyear.
And as you can see, he's in toy mode right now. Well, actually, this is demo mode, but when he's speaking as a toy, it's more muffled like an actual toy would be. But if you press the other buttons,
Buzz Lightyear reporting for sector duty.
And his head moves around like he's a real space ranger, or whatever. It sounds more like an actual person rather than
to infinity and beyond.
A toy. So that's a good feature. I'm glad they incorporated that in there. So this is just for the toy phrases, and in demo mode, these two do about the same thing.
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
In the demo mode, it's got the regular laser. His head moves when you press it. Not the locking wrist communicator. Doesn't really do anything when you're
Come in, Star Command. Star Command, come in.
So I guess it works in both modes. And you press this, which is one of my favorite features. He has the wings. Accurate wingspan finally, and the wings will light up on both. I'll show you that in the interactive mode. So that's the basic features of Buzz. But if you go into the let's dig into the guts of it, there's a little switch back here. You turn them to demo mode, which is just, regular mode.
I am Buzz Lightyear.
You can switch it to off, where he does, nothing, just to conserve battery, I guess, if he's going to be on your shelf like mine is. And then turn to the on mode, which is just the interactive mode, which is just great. This is where you can actually talk to him, he can respond to you, and you can interact with him with his bodysuit. See, look, I didn't even touch anything he's talking.
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
This is probably my favorite aspect of it, is this.
No readout yet if the air is breathable. I better keep my helmet closed.
We're going to open it anyway.
The air is toxic. How dare you open a space vent on an uncharted planet? My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets.
So that's great. I love that. Also,
switching to internal air supply.
Right underneath here, he has a microphone, so if you talk to him, hey Buzz.
Are you ready for adventure in uncharted space?
He'll respond to you. He doesn't exactly respond to what you say, because, it's not actually like a real robot. But for the most part, he responds, and he's got he responds to pitch. So if you're talking loudly or softly, he'll respond. Like I could scream into him. Watch this. Hey, Buzz.
What was that? Not to worry, a space ranger fears nothing.
So he kind of freaks out or whatever. So that's a good feature. He responds to his wrist communicator like this.
Yes, I need to rendezvous with Star Command.
And if you press the blue Space Ranger button, he'll respond to his communicator being open.
Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command.
So that's cool. The red button just does the toy phrases.
I am Buzz Lightyear.
The green button activates and deactivates his microphone.
I protect the galaxy. Buzz Lightyear, signing off.
And this is just a Space Ranger phrase. It's like he's a real
Have you
Space
seen my
Ranger.
spaceship? It'll take weeks to repair.
And then when he's in the interactive mode, he deploys wings. The lights will stay on each side, so that's nice. And if you put him in a horizontal position, he'll act like he's flying. And when you land him, he just lands.
See? I can fly.
I mean, there's just too much to include in the review, and I'm just about to run out of time. But I showed you the basic features, and I really don't have any problems with this toy at all. I mean, it's phenomenal. For $50, this is just perfect. This is the best Buzz Lightyear ever created. I love this thing. Thanks for watching my review, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.